All right, well, hello, biology class. Looks like we got some people on the line here, so that's great to see everyone here. First of all, we have our live Zoom going on right now, so great to see all you guys here. We see Jan, Elizabeth, Daniel, as well as James on the line, so great to see you guys here. It is on YouTube, so if you don't have it, make sure you see it there. I see John and Jared all in the same place. Great to see you guys. Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful time as well. We also have a dinosaur on the channel. Oh, that's Daniel. Yeah. Great to see Daniel there. How's it going? Hopefully you guys have been having a wonderful spring break. I sure have been doing a lot of stuff. Some of the things, maybe some of you guys can share, maybe some things at the end of the class period of what you guys have been doing. For me, I actually climbed a mountain. There's a mountain in Mount Tammany over near, what is it called? Delaware area. I did that, I think, about a week ago or so. That was pretty fun. Spring, of course, spring cleaning. That's the biggest thing here. I did a ton of cleaning up around the yard, and I actually kind of enjoyed that. Great to get out into nature and to do that as well. Not only that, I made some orange chicken. So if you guys want an orange chicken recipe, I have a fantastic orange chicken recipe. Usually I'm not very good at making Asian food, but that one actually turned out pretty good. So anyway, we need to continue with today. But before we do, you see on the back of the board here, it says here, actually before we get there, I guess I should kind of back up here. First of all, what you guys need to do is go ahead and go to, what is it called? ThinkWave, there you go, ThinkWave. I would go there because there is a worksheet there. I have my worksheet in front of me that we're going to be working through together. So those of you who are just joining, go to ThinkWave right now. There's a sheet right there that you can just go and you can just, I believe you can just download it and just type in your answer straight from your computer. And then after that, go ahead and upload that, and that's pretty much going to be your homework. It involves two things. It's going to have your classwork as well as your homework on it. So make sure you're doing both of those and make sure you're getting the correct answers for that as well. So first of all, I need to make sure everyone can hear me. If you know where the thumbs up button is, go ahead and find that thumbs up button, making sure that you can actually hear me. That way I know that you guys can hear what's going on over here. Awesome. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up. Perfect. Wonderful. Great. All right, so first of all, if you do have that sheet of paper on ThinkWave, hopefully you have it downloaded or something that you're looking at it right now, you're going to need that paper for this class period. Every day, I'm actually going to supply you with a sheet of paper that you're just going to fill out. Once you fill it out, you're going to upload it, and that's pretty much going to be your homework. So make sure you guys do that. Those of you who are coming in, go to ThinkWave right now, download the worksheet that we have. Right when Andrew comes on, I might finish my statement here. Anyway, we'll continue here. So go to ThinkWave, download it. I know I'm saying a lot because that's pretty much what your homework's going to be tonight. So make sure you do download that and go through it. So I know maybe some people are hopping on here. Go to ThinkWave right now and go find the worksheet. Either download it, type your answers in as you follow along today. We've already gone through, actually, all of the reptiles. We've gone through the frogs, the caecilians, all of this great stuff about frogs. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed that. Unfortunately, I haven't found any frogs yet with our frog competition. Daniel, are you raising your hand? Let's see if we can unmute you real quick. Yes, Daniel? The worksheet is on ThinkWave. If you look under, if you go to the assignments for today, it should have pages 388 to 389. I would press that button, bring it up on your computer, and try to type in your answers as you follow along today. The first question on that worksheet is actually this. Interesting fact. What is the scientific name for the king cobra? Since we kind of just went through reptiles, it's actually this right here. It says Ophiophagus Hannah. I thought that was actually kind of interesting, so I wanted to share that with you guys, my biology class. That one of those names is the name of my wife, so kind of cool to think about. Notice that it is underlined. Some of you might think, well, why is it underlined? Well, I believe you learned in English class that things that are underlined, they're italicized, since they are the genus as well as the species. Number two, I kind of already went through that. Those of you who went over what did you do over the spring break. I want to know what you guys did over spring break. So number 2, it says this: write down 2 interesting things you did over spring break. Make sure you guys download that. Type in your answers. I really want to know. I want to know what some things that you guys are doing. Maybe you guys went on a bike ride, horseback ride. Yeah, that'd be cool. Anything interesting, that would be awesome to hear back from you guys. We're going to be starting on page 388. This is pretty much just going to go through the intro of our fish. So fish are pretty incredible animals. I love eating fish. It's very nutritious for you. Even in my refrigerator right now, I actually have fish set out already to cook, so I might even eat fish tonight. That might be pretty good. But before we get into some specific types of fish, I actually want to talk about some characteristics. You know, we've already gone through reptiles and mammals and some of their characteristics, but not only that, what are some characteristics that we have for our fish? So I would say probably the number 1 thing, hopefully you have your list, your worksheet here. Number 4, the characteristics of fish. Number 1, cold-blooded, poikilotheric is that other big science word that we were talking about regarding what cold-blooded animals are. They're pretty much animals that just adapt to their surroundings. You know, if it's cold out, there we go. All right, we'll continue. So they're cold-blooded animals. And not only that, they have vertebrates. So they have an endoskeletal structure. They have a vertebrae, which is, we have those branching bones coming off of that, not only to mostly the rib cage area, but also to the tail. So it's actually do have some spiny bones as well in their structure also. Not only that, they have gills, which is kind of interesting. Other than like humans and mammals that you can think of, we have pretty much. Is Abby raising her hand? Not raising her hand. Okay, let's see. Let's unmute Abby here and see. Yes, Abby. All right, so you need to go to ThinkWave first of all, and then you need to go to our assignments today for March 30th. You will click on. Let me see. Did I upload it for you guys or not? Let me see here. So I haven't uploaded it. Take me 2 seconds to upload it, and then we'll continue. Sorry about that, guys. Here we go. So we're doing the intro, so biology. All right. So there we go. All right. Abby will be perfect. All right. So now, if you check on ThinkWave, it should be there. Sorry about that, guys. Let's try that again. See if we can see it. What I'll do, if you see it on ThinkWave, give me a thumbs up so that I know it's there and that you pressed on it. I'll wait. Give you guys a couple seconds. All right. Excellent. So Daniel has it. Wonderful. All right. Janice has it. Wonderful. All right, Mateus, excellent, very good. So I still think we're missing Elizabeth. Okay, Elizabeth has it. Awesome. James, do we have it? James does not have it. All right, so Elizabeth, question. It's going to be pages 388 to 389. I think I might have uploaded it as just biology 19 intro. Then, okay. All right. Well, it is that. No, it is 19. I put 19. Okay. All right. All right. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Venetius has it. Okay. Abby has it. And then John and Jared. Not sure. Hopefully Yana has it. Okay. And then okay. All right, so do you guys see the very first question about the scientific name of the king cobra? Probably want to write this down before you raise it for you guys today. So make sure you write that down. There you go. And then as well, number 2 and 3, write down 2 interesting things you did over spring break. Try to set the camera here. And then finally, number 4 through 8, we're working through those. First of all, we already went through one, the cold-blooded animals, and then we finally have vertebrates. They're vertebrates. They have a vertebrate, as well as gills. So gills is our next one. So hopefully everyone has that accomplished. Very good. Okay. I think we can continue here. All right, so gills. So as I was kind of studying, going through kind of the research here about how gills work, it's really a fascinating mechanism in the way that fish actually breathe. It's actually really cool. We're probably going to get into that maybe in a couple days, but it's really cool to look at. So I'm kind of excited about that as well. Scales. They also have scales. If you guys remember when we had our lab dissections, that we actually took some of the scales off of the fish's body. I thought that was kind of cool. And I wanted to make sure that we did that just because I wanted to show you guys that they do actually have scales and that they use that kind of for a protective layer. And once we get into the more research of how those scales actually work, we'll see how that can be beneficial to the fish. Most of the time, you're going to see fish, obviously, in the water. They're going to be water-dwelling animals. So there you go. We have all 5 characteristics, not 7 this time. Trying to make it a little bit easier on you guys. So make sure you have all those down. Cold-blooded, vertebrates, gills, scales, water-dwelling. And then our next one here, 9 through 11, that's going to be what habitat can fish be located? What are the areas in which you can find fish? Well, this one, we pretty much know a lot of these already. We have the marine. You know, the ocean is a very vast area, and I believe we know more about the universe and the sky than the ocean. So I think we need some marine biologists to come along to the research, to do research and find more fish that are in the ocean. So that can be an encouragement to you guys, possibly. Freshwater, of course. So down, actually yesterday, I took Mrs. Taylor, Sam, and Jed, and we headed down to the river, Neshaminy River over there. I wanted to take a look at it, see what are some things that we could find there. We pretty much just found Canadian geese there, so that was kind of cool. And I didn't really hop in the water. It seemed kind of cold, so I just stayed on the bank of the river. But freshwater, we can definitely go fishing down there. Maybe we can find some fish if you do go fishing down there. Estuary. An estuary, hopefully we already know what that is, talking about our biomes a little bit. It's when we have a mix of salt water as well as fresh water. We're going to have fish such as salmon that are going to go up along the coast of Alaska and then down the coast of California and then go into those riverbeds where they spawned at. So usually salmon, what they do is they're going to go back to where they were born every year. Kind of an interesting characteristic that they have as well. Here we go. So this is pretty much almost it. So you have your homework at the end of that page. So number 1 says this: why does the seahorse not have or what does a seahorse not have that regular fish do? So I already had the question, if you guys were in our test meeting, is a seahorse a fish? And it actually is a fish. But not only that, there's an interesting characteristic of that a seahorse has that a regular fish do not. We have number 2 here, what is the world's largest fish? And then number 3, the world's smallest fish. So that's your homework for tonight. Pretty simple. Hopefully it's not too difficult. As I'm kind of going through this, let's go over some, or even in our books on page 388, some specific types of fish that we can see here. This is when the archer fish. So we can see on page 388, that big one, the big picture on figure 19.1, the archer fish right there. You can see that catches the sight of an insect resting on something above the water. It takes aim and it spits up a stream of water in order to get the insect, and then it finally eats the insect. Kind of cool, kind of interesting. And I think they actually, I keep mentioning the Hidden Reef just down the road from where we are. It actually has a huge selection of fish. Hopefully you guys have maybe been there since I talked about it, but I think they actually have archer fish. So I think I might have to go back and take a look and see if that is true. You see that on the left-hand side of the picture on figure 19.1 that there's a seahorse right there. But not only that, let's go to another one. Along with the lionfish, has a beautiful fin that resembles a bird's feathers. They are sharp as needles and give off a deadly poison. So there's a lionfish. Make sure you see that. You can actually eat lionfish. However, their spines are very poisonous. I think they can actually kill you if you do get stuck with one of those. You need to be very careful with that as well. We have the porcupine fish as well. It's covered with protective spines that can swell up into a prickly balloon by filling itself with water. We see the other one, the stingray. When I was in Florida, I actually did see a stingray one time. We went to kind of a lagoon, I guess you could say, and I did see a stingray. That was kind of cool. Not sure if they have these. I know John has a story about him with the seahorse. I think that's something like that. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. But the stingrays, they're a broad, flat fish that may be as long as 14 feet, which is very wide. If you think about a basketball hoop, it's only 12 feet high. Imagine 2 feet above that. Man, that's going to be a huge stingray, so kind of cool. Of course, it talks about this, another unusual fish that lives in the warm waters of the Pacific Ocean. Off the coast of Southern California, which is where I'm from, is the California flying fish. This creature propels itself up out of the water with the motion of its strong body muscles and powerful tail, and then uses its large fins as wings to glide over the surface about 150 to 1,000 feet. So really cool. There's our seahorse right there. That might be some good information for you guys to know right there. And then that's pretty much actually all that we need to get done for today. So kind of a quick class period. But I want to make sure you guys understand everything that is going on. When is this due, you might ask? Well, it is going to be due tomorrow at 3 p.m. So make sure you get that done by tomorrow by 3 p.m. Notice that it's at 3 p.m. You might be asking, well, why is that at 3 p.m.? Well, here's the deal. I want to make sure that you get all of these answers correct. So tomorrow we're going to go through these answers, and when we go through those, I want to make sure that you correct those, and then you could submit them right after school starts. My last class is going to be at 2:45, so right at 3 o'clock. If your paper is not in there, then it is going to be late. So make sure you guys do upload that. I already had health class today, and I already had one student upload their paper. So they got an easy 100 just because they're completing their worksheet. I've already mentioned this on the test round that we kind of went through. All of our homework is going to be 60% of your grade. So all of this is going to be 60%. You want to make sure that you're finishing all of this homework. Daniel, looks like we have a question here. Send it in. So I believe what you can do is you can download it from ThinkWave, type your answers in, and then upload it again. I believe that is correct. Does anyone, let me see if I pull up this. Okay, so Elizabeth, yep, yes, Elizabeth. You can't, here, let me try to unmute. Here we go. All right, so you guys are all unmuted. So here's the deal. We need to help people, students figure out how to upload things. So you guys know how to upload things? Okay. Anyone else? Okay, so Daniel can't do it. Mateus looks like he's nodding his head no. Anyone else? Okay, Andrew, interesting. So let's see here. Well, we're gonna have to figure out a way to, in fact, do that. So let me see here. So it might be like how, let me see. So it might be where some of you may not have Word on your computer. If some of that doesn't work, what you guys might have to do is just to get a piece of paper and write it and then upload it. Elizabeth? Okay. All right, you can try it on the computer. I am not really sure how that's gonna work. Okay, so who doesn't have Word then? I guess that's probably the biggest thing. Okay, so Daniel doesn't have Word. Okay. 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 Interesting. Well, let me think about this. The only thing I really need is to make sure that you guys have these answers. So if you have a piece of paper, I think you can take a picture of it and then upload it. I guess that's one thing that you guys can do is just fill in the answers for your worksheet, take a picture of it, and then upload it. I think that's something you guys can actually do. I think a lot of your phones actually have a thing where uh, it's like a PDF kind of picture thing. So maybe you guys, I would look into that on your phone to see if that's true. Dan, you have a question? You'll upload it to ThinkWave. So you guys should have your ThinkWave accounts all pulled up, all ready to go. So most of the time you're going to be getting all your information to that. Okay, Andrew has a question, yes? Okay. Can you type your answers into it? Okay. All right. So you should, I would, how about you type your answers in it, save it again, and then I don't have a student view, so I am not sure how um, you guys can upload it. Does anyone else know how to upload stuff? Just go, okay. All right, so I guess you press option, is that correct? Okay, all right. Um, okay, so press the option button, choose file and send it. Okay, all right. There we go. All right, excellent. So let me see here. Hopefully that all makes sense. If you guys don't have any questions, you can leave the meeting, and then we'll see you guys tomorrow. So if you have any questions, stay on the line. If you don't, we'll see you later. All right, see you later. Hello, Abby. I can't hear you. I don't think